Hey loves! Today we're going to be trying out a bunch of brand new e.l.f. makeup, so as always, make sure you grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. Starting off with the Curl and Volumizing Mascara. This one comes in a couple different shades, but I have the pitch black color. And I did the most basic eye look today, and I used the Bite Size eyeshadows from e.l.f. I adore these for soft glam. They are perfection, and they're so affordable. For starters, the wand is a little bit bigger, but it has a curve to it, which I do like. I typically really like e.l.f. mascaras, so I feel like this is going to be good. And I already gave them a good curl because my lashes are so straight. So let's see how this holds a curl too, because it does say curling. We'll see about that because I have the straightest lashes on earth. The formula actually isn't too wet, which I do like. That is one coat. The wand feels comfortable around the eyes. I'm trying to get every single lash. I actually like the way this looks on my lashes. Good separation, good length. The ultimate test is going to be how this wears throughout the day. Hopefully we have no flaking and hopefully my lashes don't completely droop down. I do have a new eyeliner, but we're going to save that for the end. Let's move into the skin now. So we have the new Bright Icon Vitamin C and E Serum. I've been using this for the last few weeks as part of my morning skincare routine, and I actually really like it so far. What's nice about this one is that it actually has 15% vitamin C and 1% vitamin E. So with the vitamin E, I noticed that it is a very hydrating formula. So I like to just rub and then press this in. It's not super oily or greasy. It does absorb very quickly into the skin. I usually use this after my toners in the morning, and then I follow up with SPF. Since this does have that vitamin E in there, I feel like you don't even need a moisturizer after because it does give some good hydration. And I love vitamin C. If you guys watch any of my skincare routines, you know that I rave about it because I feel like it does make a difference in my routine and I love it in the morning. So I'm going to use the Halo Glow Skin Tint. I have been loving this. I just did a full in-depth 2-day wear test on this if you're interested. And what I love about it is that this wears beautifully by itself with no primer, no setting spray, but today I want to test it out with a primer. And I think I want to try out a new shade. So the color that I've been using is 8 Medium Neutral, but it does oxidize a little bit. So I want to try 7 Medium Warm. Maybe it might be a little bit too warm, but we'll see. But in the meantime, let's prime the skin. I'm going to use the Power Grip Mattifying Primer. I have used this before, but I want to play around with it a little bit more today with this skin tint. This applies like the regular Power Grip a little bit. Gonna be a hot one today, girl, so that's why I want to use a primer too. But like I said, the skin tint wears beautifully by itself. This is 7 Medium Warm. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a little bit too yellow. No, I think I'm gonna stick with 8 Medium Neutral. That is my color. This definitely runs very warm. I mean, that is the undertone. So yeah, I think I've come to terms that I am a neutral undertone because a lot of neutral things look best on my skin, and it is oxidizing and I can see it kind of turning very orangey on my skin. So 7 Medium Warm is out. Let's go in with 8 Medium Neutral. At least now we know that this is my shade. So if you are a shade twin to me, this is going to be a good match. I might have to make it work a little bit, like I said, because it does oxidize, but it's so pretty. e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. This is a really good affordable foundation brush. I'm just gonna press that in, but you could even blend this in with your fingers. It's a really seamless product. I think this is gonna be the go-to for the summertime. I love the SPF in it, and it wears really nicely throughout the day. I think that's what makes it worth the $18. I know that's pricey, but you are getting the SPF in there, so that's why I do think it also makes it worthwhile. Seems to be blending pretty well over top of the primer and the vitamin C serum. Let's add some concealer. e.l.f. Hydrating Camo in Light Sand. Putty bronzer brush to blend out the concealer. Now let's try out these Sheer For It blush tints. I have 3 colors here. I did try on the shade Left on Red in a previous drugstore video, so I want to try these 3 new shades out, but I'll include swatches in here so you can see all the colors as well. But let's apply these directly onto the skin. Cherry Cola is first, and I have a new brush as well. And look at this new brush. It's the Stain and Tint blending brush. I absolutely love this shape. So many brands that are higher end have this kind of brush shape, and it is fantastic. It's very versatile. Let me show you. So this is e.l.f. I believe it was like $5. Makeup by Mario has a dual-ended brush with that gorgeous shape as well. It's so popular because it's really good and it fits in a lot of different areas of your face with different products. I think this is the main dupe, and it's the BK Beauty 109. Look at that. Literally twins. But Cherry Cola is first. I'm gonna just start up here. Let's add more. That's pretty sheer. I mean, it does say sheer. I feel like you do have to work pretty quickly with stained products like this because they can dry a little bit faster than a traditional liquid or cream. I feel like the color looks a little bit more intimidating in the packaging, but when you actually put it on, it's not. So that's Cherry Cola. That's pretty. It's very natural. I feel like it gives that natural kind of sunburnt-ish look. On the other side, we're going to do the color Plums Up. Okay, I actually like that color. That's a really pretty berry. Let's add in some of Pink Positive as well. Oops. I just got that on my nose. That's what I get for smelling everything. Ooh, this is bright. I'm just gonna layer it on top of that. Why not? This brush is fantastic. Well, they do have a nice blend to them. They definitely give that stained, very natural look. The only thing is you got to work quickly because it can dry, and then that's when it can look a little bit patchy and not seamless on the skin. So this is Plums Up and Pink Positive. I like the combo of those too. That's really pretty. And then on this side we have Cherry Cola, which I think I want to build up even more. Let's do it. Why not? See, like that looks a little bit like not super seamless. So here we have Cherry Cola, and then Pink Positive and Plums Up on the other side. I like this combo. This is really pretty. The undertone of these is slightly different, but they honestly look very similar on the cheeks, especially once you blend them out, the color. It's like a very light stain. Now we set everything. I'm gonna start with my under eyes. We're gonna go with an oldie but a goodie. The e.l.f. Halo Glow Loose Setting Powder in light pink is one of my favorites. I think this is so underrated. Then after adding some of the powder, you can kind of see the stain there a little bit. It's very natural. Gives a little bit of brightness. That's why I love it for the under eyes. This is like top tier powder. And then to set everything else, I'm gonna use the Perfect Finish HD powder. Another oldie but goodie. This is gonna absorb any shine, and it's a completely colorless powder. That's why I love it as well. It's good for touch-ups too. This is a good summer powder, honestly, because it's not going to add any more coverage, but it is going to set down any creams that you have, liquids, absorb any shine, any oils, and just give you a nice soft matte finish, but it doesn't feel dry. And I'm going to bronze the skin with the Forever Sun-Kissed Primer Infused Bronzer. I'm going to just add this around my forehead just to give a little touch of warmth. I love how smooth this bronzer is. It's so pretty. I'm wondering if you could layer these tints over top of powder, because I just feel like I want a little bit more blush. I hope I don't mess my makeup up, but we're gonna try it out. Why not? I'm gonna take just a touch more of that Positive Pink shade, and we're gonna see how this applies over top of powder. Okay, no. All right, well, I had to take one for the team and try it. It kind of lifted up the skin tint slightly in that area, so yeah, don't do that. Came off a little bit. I went back in with my powder brush to like blend it in a little bit. It's not too bad, but these don't work over top of powder, and I should have known because it is a very watery consistency, but we had to try it out. So now we know. Now we're gonna try out the new Smoky Kohl liners, similar to their lip liners, but this is just the eyeliner version, and this one is just in the shade Black. And this does say it's a long-lasting eyeliner formula, so we're gonna see how it wears throughout the day, because I feel like eyeliner is one of those things that does fade the fastest when it comes to makeup. And I'm gonna just smudge that out a little bit on my lower lash line. Then for the inner corners, I'm just gonna use the Bite Size eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna pick up that cream color and just pop that right in there. So we have a new shade of the Cream Glide Lip Liner. This one is in Espresso Martini, which is a gorgeous, cool toned shade. I'm so happy they came out with this color. It's been one of my favorites. First of all, they're $2, which is fabulous, but they don't have a super long wear to them, so you will have to reapply. I'm gonna do a lip stain, but I'm gonna line first with Espresso Martini. I don't mind having to reapply or anything though, because it's $2. You know, it's easy. It still has a nice formula. Then we're gonna add Plums Up over top. I don't know if this is gonna look right with the lip liner, but we shall see. I guess I should have did this first and then the lip liner. That would have been better. Let's let that dry, and then we're gonna see what the stain looks like. I'm gonna touch up the lip liner. I should have did it after the stain, but it's fine. And then I'm gonna just take a little tissue paper and just blot any excess. Doesn't really come off though. Like, it actually does stain. Touch up the lip liner a little bit. Let's do a little kiss test. So really what comes off is not the stain, but the lip liner, because the lip liner is not transfer proof or anything, but very interesting formula. I don't have anything like this personally in my collection, but I think I like these more on the lips. I love how this looks like you just ate a popsicle and then you just added a little lip liner. Maybe you could do like a clear gloss over top and it'd be so pretty. It's a true stain. It's definitely just giving summer everyday makeup kind of vibes. And then I'm going to top it off with the Glow Reviver Melting Lip Balm in Strawberry Shortcake. If you have not tried these, I totally recommend. They are so smooth and cushiony, very silky on the lips. The Strawberry Shortcake is my favorite. It smells so good, but each of them smell a little bit different. I'm going to top it off with this. Let's see how this color looks. This is usually my go-to for a lot of my favorite lip combos, but even whenever I'm not wearing any makeup, I love the way this color looks because it enhances my natural lip color. It makes your lips look so juicy. Out of all the lip balms, these are my 3 favorites. I love Strawberry Shortcake, Wild Cherry, which is a sheer cherry red, and then Yummy Gummy, which is a really pretty sheer purpley plum color. And then I have a fresh Stay All Night Microfine setting spray here, and I'm going to use this to marinate everything in and lock it all into place. I love the mister on this. It's nice and fine. And I just added another coat of the mascara to this eye, and I do feel like when you add more, it does make your lashes look more volumized and a little bit thicker, but it doesn't get clumpy. I'm also noticing no flakes, which is good. So far so good with the mascara, especially after adding that extra coat. I like the way the lashes look so much better. I'm also not noticing my lashes completely drooped. Like, you can still see them, so I think we're in the clear with this so far. I also do like the Smoky Kohl eyeliner. It was pigmented, it was creamy, similar to the Cream Glide lip pencils. I feel like these have a very similar formula. Now, I don't know how long wearing this is gonna be. It does say that it has some lasting power, but we'll see. I'll check back in with you guys also with this. As far as the complexion, I told you guys I have been really enjoying the Bright Icon Vitamin C Serum. This is nice and glowy, but it's not overly dewy. Like I said, it is very fast absorbing, which I do love. The skin tint, I told you guys, it is just fabulous. Great lasting power. The SPF 50 is just chef's kiss. And then I also love the coverage. I think these sheer blush tints are actually really cute. I prefer them on my lips, I think, because I'm not really a stain kind of gal. Like, I do enjoy them, but when it comes to the cheeks, I love a traditional liquid blush, and my favorite is the Camo Liquid Blush in Bold Face Lilac. I just love a cream or liquid, and then I top it off with a powder over top. That's my go-to. These have great lasting power as well, beautiful pigmentation, and they blend like a dream. So this is a winner. I mean, the blush tint is cute though. If you're into a stain on your cheeks, you can definitely get that really pretty natural wash of color, but make sure you work quickly with this, because you don't want to let this sit for longer than 15 seconds, not even 10 seconds, honestly, because then it can dry and then it's going to look patchy. So blend it immediately after you apply. Stain and Tint blending brush is also a 10 out of 10. I love the shape of this. It's super soft. If you're familiar with e.l.f. brushes, you know that they are a really great quality for the price. So I love this brush, and I honestly hope they come out with more sizes, like a concealer brush like this, because it is a very versatile shape, and that's why I can see why so many brands have brushes like this. So this is really good. The Cream Glide lip liner in Espresso Martini is for those of you who love that cool toned, very natural lip contoured look. For $2, you cannot beat it. And then I told you guys I've been loving these melting lip balms. These are also gems if you want something under 10 that's going to moisturize your lips but give you a very light wash of color. Also wanted to mention the lip stains are of course a very watery consistency, so it's going to stain your lips when it dries down, but it's also going to adhere to any cracks or dryness or lines that you have on your lips. So that being said, I recommend topping finishing this off with a clear gloss or a lip balm, just something to make your lips moisturized, but you're still gonna have that stain underneath, and even when that does fade, you're gonna have that color left behind. So just wanted to mention that, because sometimes with products like this, they are nice and long wearing, but they are gonna accentuate any imperfections that you have on your lips or just dryness in general. So it is a really pretty color. I think I'll definitely keep using it, but if I had to choose one blush from e.l.f, it would definitely be the Camo Liquid Blush, because you just can't go wrong with these. So I will see you guys in a little bit and we will do a check-in and I'll keep you posted on the products. So I am ready to take off this makeup, but honestly, I feel like I could wear it for a couple more hours if I really wanted to. It is about 9:30 right now, and I really like the way the tints were on the lips. Right after dinner, you could still see that color peeking through. It definitely has some good lasting power, and I love that price point. The Smoky Kohl eyeliner, it's not super long wearing. It's not terrible, but it's not my absolute favorite. Honestly, I could probably live without this. I mean, it gets the job done for the price, but it's just not long wearing. Power Grip Matte Primer actually wore nicely with the skin tint as well. And this mascara, it did hold a curl, you guys, and also it didn't flake, which that usually does not happen with mascaras like this. They usually flake and my lashes will droop instantly, but the fact that you can still see them is so impressive to me, because it's not even waterproof. So this is definitely a winner. Let me know if you guys are gonna pick any of these products up. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this was helpful. You should be able to find everything in stores, I believe, when you're watching this, but I will also link these down below in the description box if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you very soon in my next one.